It is a beautiful, if kind of yellow, hazy Sunday here on the bayou. It's hazy because there's a controlled burn over at Eglin Air Force Base, and it's kind of hazing the sun up. But that's okay. That's not why we're here. And why we're here is to do a deals and finds. Not so much a review, and I'll tell you why, but a deals and finds. Now, this is the Camelbak All Clear UV water treatment system. It's a microbiological UV water purifier. And I picked this up, pretty much what you see here, at my thrift store for $5. I know, it is crazy, Miette. So, I've never had a UV water treatment. I always felt like they're very expensive, and they're just kind of, too much can go wrong and everything like that. But when you get one for $5, you got to give it a try. And I didn't know if this thing would work, but I thought for $5, let's find out. If nothing else, I'd get a good bottle out of the deal. So I brought it home, charged the thing, and darn if it doesn't work. So what you get when you get a Camelbak All Clear is this UV light lid that can screw onto a bottle, not just that bottle, but any Nalgene bottle, and a nice little neoprene case to protect it, and a charger because it's got a sealed battery inside. And you don't get this. This is an extra thing, but it's a pre-filter, and it came with it. And it looks like it's never even been out of its packaging. Now, the reason this isn't a review per se is because Camelbak no longer sells this. And so I started looking for it, and I found several videos on the Camelbak All Clear, but they were a few years old. And I went on to Camelbak's website, and they didn't offer it. So I wrote Camelbak and got a response the next day. A very nice person wrote and said they just didn't sell that well, and so they got out of that business. And yeah, fair enough, fair enough. But she said it worked great, and as far as I know, this thing does work good. I guess the only way I could really tell if I turned the water sample into a lab or something, but I understand that UV light does work. So what I thought I'd do is just show you how it works, and it's pretty much the same for all these UV Sterapin and other type of water treatment systems. But I just thought I'd show it to you and let you share in my found good fortune. So I was looking around for a water source to test this thing, and I can't use the bayou water because that's brackish. And none of these water treatment systems that you get, whether it be a Sawyer or a Life Straw or even the pills, they don't treat salt water. They can't take the salt out of the water. So I had to find a freshwater source. And this is a bucket that we just leave out here in one of my wife's garden areas. And the rain keeps it fairly full. And the dogs drink out of it whenever they're out exercising. So what better water source than this old dog rain bucket? Now, no matter what water filtration system you're using, whenever you get water like this, you want to pre-filter it as much as you can. And even though what I got came with this pre-filter, the pre-filter that I've always used, even before something like that, is a good old handkerchief. This is a issue. I think the Army calls these drive-on rags. I don't know, but this used to come in our first aid kits, and we would get them, and we would sew a loop in them right there so that you could use it for all kind of things. And usually we'd put a piece of paracord around there, and it'd be your towel, it'd be your rag, it'd be everything. It'd be everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pre-filter the water through that rag and then that pre-filter and see how that works. Then we'll treat it. An interesting little side note about this pre-filter. I think this might have been an answer to an obvious problem, because in the videos that I watched on the all clear, they talk about how the directions are very careful to say that any water, untreated water that gets on the threads will remain untreated because nothing outside the bottle gets the UV treatment. So this pre-filter doesn't come with the bottle, and I noticed that what it does is it answers that problem of protecting the threads. Okay, well, we've made a mess, but we've got the bottle full, and that's something they say. They say in the instructions, get the bottle totally full. So we're going to very carefully clean off the outside and pull off that pre-filter, and then let that UV thing do its work. You know, the water's not that bad looking, just out of the bucket. All right, we've got the UV top put on, and what you're supposed to do is you hold down the power button for 2 seconds, and the display will come up and tell you and start a countdown of 60 seconds. And during that 60 seconds, you're supposed to be agitating the bottle so that the water all gets exposed. So let's do that now. There you go. See that 60-second countdown? And I don't know if you can really see because we're out here in the sun, but the light is on. Yeah, I think you can see it. The light is on up in there. So you're supposed to turn it over, I think, once every 10 seconds. And that's why the countdown, I guess, is so that you know when once every 10 seconds is. It doesn't really say doing it more than once every 10 seconds is bad. Doing it less than every 10 seconds is good. And then you see this UV check mark, and the UV light is off. And now, according to Camelbak, the what is it, protozoas, whatever they are, have been reduced down to the point that it's safe to drink. I read somewhere, and I can't tell you if it was on Camelbak's site or if I was reading a site reviewing this, that this treatment was only good for so long. In other words, you couldn't treat this and then go hiking for a few days and that water stays that way. You'd have to retreat it. So I thought that was really interesting. All right, well, let's take this thing off and let's drink it. All right, still kind of cloudy looking, but I've drank orange mud water before, so what the heck. Tastes okay. Yeah, a little stale, but mix that with some Kool-Aid or something like that and it'd be okay. Okay, I've drank it. How much did I drink? Yeah, I drank that much. So if it didn't work, I'll know tomorrow. But I bet it works. I bet it works just fine. And the neat thing, like I was telling you, is that will work on any Nalgene bottle. So theoretically, you could carry this for a group that was out hiking in the backcountry in this little nifty neoprene pouch and pass it around, and everybody could use it to treat their water. So anyway, I just want to share that with you. Like I said, not really a review, because what's the point of a review of something that you can't buy? I just wanted to share it with you and show it to you and make you aware. Hey, thanks for watching.